wait until
Firstkiller, take it on! DIAZ!
Who has made his way over.
Let's go!
Firstkiller,
Winner of this will take on NWPO at LAN. If you win that, you will then play Moxie at World Championship. We cannot let DIAZ win everything in the 1v1 category. I am hard rooting for Firstkiller. Also, I have 100 gifted subs if First wins this. And just like that, 2-0. I'm going Firstkiller 4-2.
Leveled up American.
You know what? Fuck that. 4-1.
Down Wavy to get into
4-1.
the semifinals.
He's gonna make this look easy.
Chronic, the next hardest level.
4-1.
Well, now, can you pass the GOAT of
Dominate. Show him you're the overall, just straight up better player.
Ticket to Raleigh.
First will adjust. He's not going to give him space to get his stupid resets.
Looked like he was second-guessing himself ever so slightly with his aerial game.
Exactly, just like that.
He himself against Chronic. I think
Great
he's
job.
going to be very much guessing himself against Firstkiller, who's playing some unbelievable.
First is better individually. He just has to lock in and not give him all the space. God damn it! Fucking, I need a new fucking PC, bro. Get a new fucking PC soon.
This is well added to the list of players who've fallen for that.
Get a new fucking
left,
PC.
no, just kidding, going right move he keeps pulling out, whether it's a shot or a flick, and he's just got such quick directional changes.
Firstkiller's gonna want to play this game fast. It's been clear. That's what he likes to do. He likes to move the ball. He likes to move quickly. He likes to be to his speed. DIAZ is gonna flick over the top.
How fucking behind were we?
To get his first goal, he likes to beat you controlled.
All right, 2-1.
You might hear that and think, oh, he must be one of those ground dribblers. No, he likes to beat you controlled from the skies most often and just get reads on you defensively. It'll be interesting to see as this series goes on. In the first couple minutes, they've been playing Firstkiller's pace, but DIAZ on the board, maybe he can start to slow things down a little.
Chronic should have beaten DIAZ. I'm not even coping. He gave up a 0-second goal and lost the game, or he would have been up 3-2.
Right there. But you've picked DIAZ as a guy you think you're going to win.
See, this is what you can't let him do.
Pull off his plays. Is it stuff like this?
Get the fuck out of here.
The double resets. What do you think it's going to be for DIAZ? It'll give him the edge in the final.
DIAZ has looked like he's been in free play at times against everybody else in ones. One of the biggest reasons
First is doing a good job.
Down to play. Now, Firstkiller, he's had times ever since he became the best in 1v1 that he maybe took a slight break and focused on these. Ever since DIAZ has come to the top of NA1s, he has been non-stop grinding. He has been ready.
All right,
to play.
First, save this. Come on.
As much practice as possible to set him up for this position. Sure, there's never been an RCS 1v1 before, but
let's
if DIAZ was
go.
going to prepare for it, he did the right thing, and now he's got the biggest test, one that he's been waiting for, and he's been so calm too as well. When he's been in control of games, doesn't seem like he's panicking too much, which means maybe he'll be able to play from behind and try and shrug off deficits. Right now, he's in one, and DIAZ is in his own back corner. Firstkiller's going to have to leave. DIAZ into a ball carry that he will pop up into an air dribble.
You can just click the live instead of increasing the speed you are so old.
It is going to be the physical play from DIAZ. It ties the game. Firstkiller using that jump to get back down again.
Cringe! Red card! We're going to keep track of how many air dribble bumps each person goes for. DIAZ has one.
2-2. DIAZ.
And if you win the series based off more air dribble bumps, it doesn't count.
It's been kickoff,
fuck.
Air dribble bump, and a flip. You know, it's more standard stuff out of him, but we forget sometimes that he's got all of that in his back pocket as well.
You cannot get to this highest level without being able to do everything.
Damn, three straight for DIAZ.
Certain players' kickoffs. You can't just win off
straight
kickoffs. You can't just
good
win
bump.
off your air dribbles. You can't just win off of any one thing. If you want to be the best and make it to this LAN, you have to be well-rounded. And usually you have something that is your absolute best move. That is DIAZ through the air. Firstkiller's pre-jumping early. I think we see that from him. We saw him go down to the ground in the first air dribble, but Chronic was flying through the air and intercepting him like crazy off the demo here. DIAZ,
bro, there's no way this kid can be that good.
That's a really smart play by DIAZ.
To the point where we're all losing.
He was going to stop that air dribble, so he just made sure that he got back to the ground first. Because then
I guess a lot of you are just Brazilian now.
That leaves the net open.
I'm sure a lot of you would just have some
the wrong side of the box,
Brazilian bloodline.
So he couldn't get the save, at least not in time. But nice play by DIAZ nonetheless.
I mean, what are we talking about?
To the side wall, launched in, one out. Firstkiller, great pre-jump save. Wants a demo, didn't get it. DIAZ puts a top shelf. Is there a counterattack available? DIAZ sees it coming, so he retreats and uses his boost to get the catch. Can he
Austin, literally they're rooting against any American. That's all they do. Anyone that I want to win, they do the opposite.
Firstkiller with space. What can he do through the air? It's
just because that you guys aren't seeing me till Wednesday again.
He cannot get anything going, and DIAZ will challenge to take it away.
Oh, what a save, Firstkiller. Just barely gets back in time to keep this at a 2-goal deficit. On the previous play, his ceiling shot setup or his wall shot setup was just a bit too high. I think he maybe got a bit ahead of himself. Hit the ball
This is
too
exactly
hard.
what you can't let him do.
You don't see DIAZ make that mistake too often. He's so delicate.
Go.
He's got such a soft touch with his setups to his air dribbles. Always able to find that pixel before the ceiling bounce. Now he's starting to work into space.
He's getting way
Not
too
much
many of these
between
chances.
guys, but DIAZ!
The first minute of the game, he wasn't letting him get any space.
So far.
Yeah, this is a good sign for him going
I mean, it's
forward.
tough.
He
What do
gets
you
the
do?
reset, rolls through, and the
That was a
placement
good
and
shot.
power here. Firstkiller, the kind of defender to make reactions as fast as lightning, but not going to be able to stop a play like that as DIAZ building a bit of separation here after, I think it's 5 straight, right? Since I believe Firstkiller went up 2-0.
Yeah.
DIAZ has really gotten his momentum going. He's starting to play his game, and so far he has not
I will be
been
so upset if he
discouraged
gets this
from
far
his
and then
early
loses.
gameplay like
I need him to
Chronic was
win
able
this.
to do to him earlier. But Firstkiller, with a minute left to go.
Nice
Speed
try.
As he dashes up the side wall, he long shots it. It's just barely off target. Oh, close to getting a quick goal.
DIAZ going to try and counter-attack now. He doesn't need to go all in at any point here. Firstkiller's the guy who needs to take all the risks. DIAZ just making sure to get 50-50s when required. Well, you know, Firstkiller.
That's game 1.
Rapid movement around the field that maybe caught DIAZ by surprise, but he's adjusted.
Well
and
played out of
can
DIAZ
go
game 1.
as fast as required. He can keep
Well
up with
played.
anyone, and that might be the test.
All right,
in
First, come
rally
on.
against the guy who averages the fastest speed out of
Who's
any
giving the subs? A
player
guy
at
named
RC
Wreck
Atlantis
Infinity.
ends. But DIAZ takes game 1. And
I
he
mean, you
does
gotta
it
give props.
with a 6-goal
DIAZ
run.
down 2, scored 6 goals
How will Firstkiller
straight.
respond to this? It was
What up,
it was
Mac?
looking pretty good for him until about halfway through.
Yeah, DIAZ has found his stride. He's found his free play. And we're going to need to see
Gotta give
Firstkiller
props.
scare him in some way.
All right,
You know,
keep
you can
fighting,
tell
keep
that DIAZ
fighting.
is starting to search. A nice little mix-up on the kickoff when it's already too late. But at least we know we're going to see these on occasion. Nice to say. I mean, all this doesn't matter, but still pretty good movement for Firstkiller. That would have been a goal. DIAZ hits it to the ground. But
This whole rooting for the other team shit
First
every
base
time
DIAZ
you're just
controls
gonna get
immediately
timed
off a
out.
kickoff.
So
and
enjoy
the
it now.
starts at a diagonal, but it'll be DIAZ who gets everything he could have ever wanted. He gets boosted in ball. He's going to slam an immediate shot, force
Enjoy it
Firstkiller
now.
into net, and put him back in the spin cycle here as he goes to ceiling height for a reset. Has the flip. Fakes it.
Ah!
And he's just cashing in.
God
on that investment
damn,
from last
bro.
game. When you've got a reset top corner the previous game.
Just
the opponent
does
has
whatever he
to
wants.
expect
He
it.
just gets such a
And now
soft
he goes
reset
low
that
with
no
the
one
wave
can
dash
defend it.
To put it underneath Firstkiller's pre-jump.
Because he just
Firstkiller
instantly gets
first
control of it
possessions.
again off the kickoff. Come
Although
on,
he's gonna have a tough
First.
time, and he's earned one here. He might
There
be
you
able to
go.
put
Shut
directly
this
on
kid
target.
up.
That'll do.
Yeah.
DIAZ is a little bit more fancy, but this one's worth just as much.
An important goal for Firstkiller, not just to tie the game, but just to remind everybody that he can actually do something in the kickoffs here. That's, like you said at the start of the game, the best way to take control of a 1v1
Nice.
match.
That's a good
And
kickoff.
he's got another one here. This one's
we
not
go.
going to be a direct shot
That's a bad
into
touch.
the goal, but it's the next best thing. He's got 100 boost, he's got possession.
I like it. I like
And
it.
he's got a chance to make something of it. Doesn't get an opening. Well played
Somehow
by DIAZ.
Diaz
to turn
gets
this one around.
possession out of it. Oh my
goodness,
god.
DIAZ. Oh
Okay,
my
that would have been
God.
actually
I can't
so
believe He
smooth.
almost scored that. I did not
He
think
turned
there was an
like he was
opportunity
going
to shoot.
away
He gets the
from it
perfect
and
doink towards the
skimmed it.
net. Now into the
That was
skies.
so cheeky. I can't believe that he found a shooting angle there.
DIAZ
That would have been 200
now
IQ.
backing away. Firstkiller has to just pinch it and give DIAZ control. DIAZ into the skies. Firstkiller jumps.
Nice.
DIAZ tries to back off, and he does instantly start using that boost to push himself back. He's thinking recovery early on in that dribble.
Oh my,
Here comes
nice.
another big aerial
Good
play.
job.
Diaz going to the ceiling with this one. Can he recover? Can Firstkiller recover?
Wow.
Yes, he can. One play by Firstkiller to
Oh
actually
my
go
god, he got
back
that
to
corner and
fully
First is trying to
committing
wait on it.
and get a clear. Now Diaz with the 50-50 with the reset at the same time.
God, that timing was just
Go up 2-1.
terrible for First.
It is such a good way to go for 50s in general. I think you get a
He
bonus in
drives
that those
past
wheels
it
can
and
often
swipes
just
it as
glue the
First
ball
is
to the
waiting.
space that they're in. But on top of that, you get a reset, and that makes your wave dash recovery just a little bit faster
Fuck
than
y'all.
the other player. It's a double-edged sword. That's not the same, but doesn't matter. You get what I'm trying to say. As DIAZ now up 2-1.
What? Brazilians in here?
DIAZ
Apparently this is where they all hang out.
And now DIAZ is looking at
Apparently
an
this
open
is
net.
the only place all the Brazilians hang out.
Too easy for him.
I didn't know until today.
Firstkiller really took a big risk there, and he got punished for it. And he had no boost left whatsoever, so, I mean, you can't get a lot more all-in than that. This is a really important moment in the match. Right here is where this game can go one of two ways. Firstkiller can start to stabilize and start to come back, or DIAZ can run away with it like he did in game 1.
Nice,
Oh,
let's
it looks
go.
like it's going to be Firstkiller here. That's massive.
Vamos,
He needs to stay
USA!
in touch here. He can't let this go past 2 goals, or his confidence is going to be taking a big hit.
DIAZ just must have expected Firstkiller to back off on the ball. He gets up quicker than DIAZ, and DIAZ on low boost floats down the ground.
Nice,
Firstkiller
that's a goal.
counterattacks. Now Firstkiller is taking DIAZ over the orange half. High lob. DIAZ makes the save, but he falls awkwardly on the crossbar, so he is not going to have a lot of boost to deal with. Firstkiller just booms the ball right away, and now we'll go get a steal. Can he keep DIAZ pinned back? He's going to push it out to the midfield. Nice recovery, pre-flip from DIAZ, and he might have
The
ended
fact
it
that
right
he bumped Firstkiller
Yeah,
there
smart play by
makes
DIAZ. He
me
baited a
so
shot.
pissed.
It wasn't the right shot
Nice
to go
save.
for. That's a good save by Firstkiller on DIAZ. Far post shot attempt. Still 1 goal in it. Firstkiller with the bounce dribble.
Come on,
He's got the
First!
flick over him to tie the game. And it's all about the timing here. The burst of pace catches DIAZ off guard.
DIAZ trying to set up his shadow,
fucking
kind of
play.
sneaking around, deciding which angle he wants to make a challenge in. It all happens too late. It's Firstkiller.
Let's go, DIAZ, 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 let's go,
The
DIAZ.
ball quicker to the ground, and we'll try and use the recovery to keep attacks going. That's what he is really.
Don't even
hoping
say
to
like
do. He
sound like
doesn't
he's
need to
saying
score on the first
DIAZ.
time. At 50,
I don't know what the fuck he was saying.
Firstkiller on his way back will get 100. It's a reset from DIAZ.
Nice, he fucked up.
Firstkiller will take control.
Well, sometimes those work out. The accidental misses can turn into goals. Firstkiller looking for the bump, but DIAZ
What?
flies off the inside of his own post.
How is
to
that
make the
even?
save. He had to fight
He
through
bumped
contact
him and
there.
still got
And now
over
he's
it.
gonna need to survive
What
the
the
low
fuck?
boost, but Firstkiller's forced to back
Dude, my
off to
stomach is giving me
have
some
the
fucking
direction on the play
tummy aches right now.
to make the boost advantage.
I'm
work.
literally gonna run to the toilet after this
He is
series.
sticking around to make sure Firstkiller goes for the air dribble. He wants to try and stop him
wow.
on the goal line. By staying close, he does manage to get back and make the recovery. Now these two vying for control. DIAZ, low on boost, should be able to switch the field.
You have
Firstkiller
nervous
gonna try and
shits?
control
Oh, no,
it.
it's-
Gets to the
it's
pitch
literally a
first as
shit shit.
counter. Now trying to take a power shot. Can he get to the net in time? No, Firstkiller still recovers.
I mean, it's just crazy. The smallest opening in one of these matches, and the
Red
ball is
stick
absolutely
overload.
flying on target. Another retreat from Firstkiller, just letting DIAZ come towards him. Boost is stolen. DIAZ on the turn, looking for the opening. Looking for the demo and the exit as well, but he
Come
sets
on,
up
First. This is
Firstkiller
a
more
big
than
game,
anything with that
kid.
touch. Here comes
Firstkiller! Oh my
It's
god, that was
easily
awful.
saved by DIAZ.
Get back, get
And
back,
that's
get
the-
back.
The bounce is not the fastest, but it's good enough for DIAZ to
Oh,
make a play
fuck.
with. To get a bail out
Two
of that
bum-ass
reset
resets
again.
by both players.
Firstkiller matching DIAZ excellently here. We're end to end with flip resets being traded.
No.
Nice look from DIAZ
Oh.
here. He stares down.
First
at
did not
Firstkiller
expect
get
him to
an
go
idea.
for that.
Reads, am I going to beat into this ball? I think I
Diaz
am.
landed
Races,
later and
gets
still
there.
just
Clean
immediately
early
jumped.
touch
First
from
thought he had
Firstkiller,
him
puts it
beat
on
the whole
target.
time.
In the final minute, Diaz is going to be playing from in front.
And that was one of the first big reactions we've seen out of Firstkiller in a while. I think we saw maybe one of his eyebrows move in his entire semi-final match against Evo, about half a centimeter, but he looked a bit confused on that play. Probably wondering, how am I supposed to get this guy out of position? He just seems to have endless boost, endless momentum. And this is why most of the players feel like when they play against Firstkiller, but no, that's how he feels on the pitch.
Diaz with a rare take straight down the center of the field. Normally he's very willing to
It's
switch,
open.
and it's actually going to pay off. He undercuts Firstkiller in the back corner, and he's got
I don't even know if you call a
Again,
timeout
Firstkiller
because
just
these
shaking
games
his
take
head
so
ever so
fucking long.
slightly.
Oh my god, bro, I can't even look at this
He's just
fucking
thinking,
chat.
how am I supposed to beat this guy when he's beaten my own game? I mean, this is usually the type of game that works well for Firstkiller. When the ball's moving quickly around the pitch, he can flex the speed, flex the mechanics, but every now and then somebody comes along who can challenge him in this game mode that he created back in the day. He made this meta in NA1s where everybody's moving at supersonic all the time. Diaz is the one
I'm just shocked. I got a bunch of diehard Brazilian fans.
Firstkiller coming to challenge. It does the same
Damn.
thing.
Y'all better show up. You guys haven't showed up all fucking all
moving himself
weekend.
back in preparation for the follow-up.
Good for y'all, man.
He is securing this game.
Good to know.
We have seen in 3v3, this is a no-brainer timeout. I feel like almost every team is calling timeout after these couple of games, but everybody has been playing it differently. Do you think Firstkiller feels like he needs a break or what?
I think he might.
Do you guys think first call is a timeout or just mods actually start timing people out? I'm not even fucking around.
Diaz is on one right now. If we thought there was going to be any nerves in the grand final after a bit of a
to the point I can't even read chat. It's just spamming Vamos Diaz.
It wasn't shaky
At all, doesn't have anybody in his ear saying he needs a break. He just wants to go next. It's what he's always done, and he'll head into a diagonal kickoff here in game number 3.
This is a must-win for Firstkiller. This is.
All right, first, if you lose this, you have pissed off a lot of Americans.
Dictating where the match is being played.
The choice is yours.
Twice in a row, and he's outshooting him here as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is over, ladies and gentlemen. It is a wrap. It is a wrap.
Again, in front.
And another first possession in his favor. I'd have to imagine with the way he's shooting, he's probably got the edge in kickoff.
If he loses this game, it's over. He actually has to win this game.
Diaz in control, playing at Firstkiller's net. He tried to grab that boost, and now taking it down the other way.
It's game 3. Relax, white boy. I don't identify as white.
Wall. Firstkiller on the curve dash.
You're fucked.
Not to use that speed. Instead now, waiting out for the right time to take this ball away. Diaz wanted to maybe catch a demo. Firstkiller trying to buy himself a bit of time, but it's going to be Diaz with space. He's going to switch the field. This is what he loves to do. He takes his sweet time, says, I'm going to go get my clean setup, the one that I really love. He's trying to read Firstkiller out of the air, but Firstkiller actually comes off the ceiling and makes the save.
Oh, it's not too long ago, Firstkiller missed a mid boost, and it's given Diaz full control. Just one small mistake, and now you're defending against Diaz for as long as he wants. He just keeps attacking, and that's just tilt there from Firstkiller. I mean, he's going absolutely nowhere with that one. He's just hit the near post wall like he's playing 2v2 or 3v3. I mean, maybe he could double that on target, but even that's pretty speculative in my opinion. Got to think right now, he's just sick of playing defense simulator against Diaz.
Chronic should have beat him.
I was going to say, when you don't get to touch the ball as often, you never get to control it. Sometimes you just want to slam it. It's been a while since you've had the chance to touch it, and this time Firstkiller slams it against the back wall. He's going to have a chance.
Yo, can we be real for a minute? There wasn't one upset all weekend in one.
Actually reset the
Not one.
He's going to go side wall.
This is why I get pissed watching ones. There's just, it's just like, you know who's winning. Every series.
For Firstkiller, tried for the pinch across the goal. Diaz is clean past him again. Firstkiller can't get close.
Chronic, do not even respond to these kids. It is not worth it.
The guy who's been dominating.
It is literally not even worth it. It is just awful.
Before he came up to North America.
Don't even read their comments.
He's unquestionably one of the best in the world at the moment.
To the guy that was trying to convince you that you didn't have a close series, it's not even worth it.
Difficulty for him, like it has in 3v3 alongside his teammates on complexity.
3-0. Said Firstkiller needed a big one here.
First, I mean, I get it. It's tough. It's just Diaz is literally just constantly on the ball.
Diaz, and that can be
like he just always is going for resets and shit. Nice.
Oh, just like that, Firstkiller gets one. It looked a bit awkward for a second, but that touch there middle is not what Diaz was expecting. He also didn't expect Firstkiller to just go for this. So great moves by Firstkiller, catching Diaz by surprise. And now he needs to make something off of this. He has to build on that goal. He can bump Diaz here and get an open net for himself.
Nice.
He looks like he's trying to do just that, but Diaz recovers beautifully.
Right, he gets his boost.
You just can't get this guy off the ball.
Yeah, the perfect dash.
Nice play.
And then the pre-flip to control it this time.
All right, come on.
Just gonna stay
a lot of time.
Over. He cannot use it.
Take control.
To push himself back down. So when you get
just stop giving him the fucking space, bro.
Have a tough time.
He's got to just constantly stay on it.
To work with.
He's gonna get in the air sometimes, but you gotta contain it.
And that was the first big mistake we've seen out of Diaz, even with no boost.
It's like in the NBA. Some offense is just too good.
He rushed it.
They're gonna get their points.
Just
keep putting a hand up. Keep putting a hand up.
Firstkiller. He's right back in control. Shoots first time. He's trying to look for Firstkiller free jumping high there. Even though it's not worked, that's a pretty good investment.
Nice.
Firstkiller's caught him. That's going to be a tie game. Demo by Firstkiller.
All right, first has all the momentum halfway through. Fresh start right now.
Yeah, he had boost as well. If he expected the demo to be coming, he could have used it to push himself away, but he even landed and turned back in towards the net. Firstkiller had that read on a day where it's been pretty tough to demo players on occasion. Now, tie game. Firstkiller to the back wall, has to go in and out of the net. DIAZ is just waiting for his time, and he finds it to take it away.
That's just so smart by DIAZ. So many fake challenges.
Damn.
So
Chat, what's the score of that Spain
there,
game? Portugal-Spain.
Making Firstkiller think
Is that still going on?
Going one way. Almost like a step over as he goes in, field past him. This is
oh my god, it's in penalties? Holy
DIAZ
fuck.
turns kickoff pressure into goals on a completely different
Dude, I thought
level
Spain was
than
supposed
anyone
to
else in
kick
this
their
tournament.
ass.
Firstkiller not able to survive. It just feels like we're going through one of two options. Either DIAZ.
Did Ronaldo hit his penalty, yes or no?
After a quick exchange. Here's the extended exchange.
Or is he
DIAZ
saving it for an aura like the last one?
That flip reset 50.
No, he got subbed
In
out.
front of that one, but he's half boost now. DIAZ has an advantage.
Yeah, DIAZ, he can extend these possessions forever. I've been paying attention to it. This possession started off the kickoff. This is the first possession I would say that DIAZ has had. Firstkiller has yet to take it
those
away
wall
from him.
dashes
He's
were
continuing
crazy.
to have to make stave after stave. Sure, Firstkiller's getting touches like this one to push the ball out of his half.
Why are you hating on the
Really,
go?
it's DIAZ who's dictating everything that's
I like
happening.
Ronaldo.
And he will continue to attack. This is all one possession.
Nice dodge. God damn, bro.
He gets bumped out, and DIAZ gets the goal.
And to go all the way from a kickoff where you just lose it.
I mean, he made a good save, dodged the bump, but DIAZ gets under it.
5 seconds and then get bumped to concede. I mean, it's just so annoying to play against, but DIAZ is playing it perfectly. He's not giving Firstkiller any openings. And he's re-establishing the lead. Can Firstkiller respond?
DIAZ is immediately on this ball as well, even in a situation where he doesn't get boost advantage. It seems like he's earned the first possession. Firstkiller maybe had a chance at possession, but he lobs it away. DIAZ has control. You cannot give DIAZ more freebies.
Wow. I mean, Firstkiller.
All right,
did
DIAZ
get burned
versus
back here.
NWPO.
He probably knew that he was in trouble as soon as he touched that ball. DIAZ.
I need to see it.
Perfect execution punishes him again. We're back up to
A guy that
goal
goes in the
difference.
air
It's
gets a
about to be
reset
3-game
every
difference.
time and you're fucked versus
And
one of the most
this is looking
fast-paced
like
players
maybe
in the world, literally.
The first one's
I'm gonna
grand
need to see
final
it.
in RLCS that won't go to game 7.
This is the toughest test for the script. Firstkiller, nice save. He wants to keep it alive because he gets it across the nets. Even DIAZ is going to drop
All right,
another
there's
save
still
in the chat
time.
on his way back. He's impressed with Firstkiller, and a minute left to go.
Portugal
It is 2
wins.
goals. It is
So will
very
DIAZ.
doable, but it just feels like the momentum is
Damn,
still
Portugal
in DIAZ's
won?
favor.
That's kind of crazy,
It really
isn't it?
does. This is close enough, despite the fact that Firstkiller's been playing so much defense. He won't feel like he's had a lot of control.
Ronaldo's crying.
over
Let
where
me
or when
guess
this
what's
match is
happening
being
right
played.
now. Instead of showing the
He's
whole
this
team,
one.
they're showing
But
Ronaldo.
taking the ball to the back corner. It's about that time again. Final minute, back corner. Barry wakes up, and we might get a little bit of front court action before.
Literally,
heading
it's
back
like
to the corner
insane.
Again. DIAZ could do it right here. That's
It's like golf. They talk about Jack Nicklaus every second, even when the other guy wins.
Misses. That was a good try though.
And this is barely even different. That's the thing. DIAZ is prepared for these situations because this is just how he likes to play. Firstkiller, what a pre-jump. He probably needed to try and just redirect that
Back
the whole
corner Barry,
field.
yep. And back corner Barry secures the game. Why risk another attack that might be countered when you can simply put the ball in your back corner and win 100%
Oh
of the
my
time?
god,
I mean,
man.
DIAZ is just, he's a machine. He's outshot
Fuck you,
Firstkiller. He's
DIAZ.
outpressured him.
Fucking
He's
bitch.
completely controlled the match, start to finish. And Firstkiller does
Opportunity to make sure he gets to play in front of the crowd. He's got one more win to do it.
And first kickoff
All
goes
right.
his way. This is where Firstkiller's had to play pretty much the whole series.
If
And
you
he does
believe,
well,
put a
really
1
well.
in the
He
chat.
post pitch that one out. And now look at
2 have absolutely fucking not.
Away from the play and wrestles back control.
That D is going to back off. Firstkiller has a possession. He's just going to try and...
Ah!
It's not working for DIAZ against Chronic, but Firstkiller is going to...
Firstkiller come back, please.
Sin, thank you for the 5-month sub. Coster, thank you for the 18.
The closer you are to your goal line.
He is close to his goal line right now.
Let's fucking the Firstkiller is him.
He's gonna come back and reverse sweep, and it's gonna be the best thing ever.
Now it's Diaz back the other way.
And we're gonna get 100 gifted.
Oh.
All right, that's 2-0.
Be better than that if you want to get away with it.
Come on, game by game.
That's a mistake.
Game by game.
Diaz wanted the tie game. He rushed it. And this is exactly what Firstkiller needs. He just needs Diaz to drop off a little bit. I mean, it looks like Diaz is in full control. It looks like he's just far too good for Firstkiller today. But the reality is that if Diaz drops off by 10%, Firstkiller is right there with him. He's so close. And Diaz is not going to drop off yet because he's just peeked on him off his own back corner. He air dribbles at full length of the pitch, as he always does. And look at the placement with the finish.
It is so tough. When he has that air dribble on target towards the right side of the net, if he does decide to fake it, it is going to go all the way to the right side, but he gets so much movement on his
awful
flip
to
reset
watch, bro.
that he sends it all the way
Breakasm.
back to the other post. You have to defend the
something
entirety
else.
of the net on a dribble that started all the way in his back corner. It can be that tough to defend against him. He is going to get a demo here. Can he get back around the ball and shoot it? He should be able to. Firstkiller not spawning anywhere close, and we're already back to tie.
I mean, we're
That
getting
is just
fucking
heartbreaking for
4-0 in the
Firstkiller.
finals.
He thinks he can turn and make a play, but there's always another trick with Diaz. Even if he's got possession and a boost advantage, Diaz still supersonic, still dangerous. The Firstkiller backs him up again. What's it going to be? It's going to be the just challenge straight into the ball from Diaz. I feel like he finds those openings.
Man, there really hasn't been one upset all NA.
that we've watched. Diaz
Literally
just
all
knows when
fucking
he can
Friday,
focus
Saturday,
and get to the
Sunday.
ball. He doesn't wait around, doesn't wait for the opponent to make a move. He chooses when the interaction is going to happen, when the 50 is going to go down, and there's another example of it as he just toe pokes the ball home.
A very brief moment that he spends playing on defense. We were playing over here in the orange half, something that we don't see very often because of what you just said. Diaz, even when he doesn't get first possession off kickoff, seems to be one of the best, stealing it away, forcing you to play the
There
game
is
he
no
wants
worse
to play.
feeling in the world
He's gonna win this.
than wanting NA to win so bad and just represent. And we're getting shit on in the grand finals. The same guy every fucking one tournament. For the last season. Like, you watch like 25 hours, 30 hours of ones in 3 days for this. Every time.
Diaz is speed running the
He
grand
just wins
final.
everything.
He seems like he's just about finished putting in his details on the booking for the trip to rally. His Firstkiller forced to make another heroic last-ditch save.
And gets a demo, and that's
And the
key
worst
because
part is I
Diaz
know
could be
Johnny's
locked
rock
back there
hard
forever.
casting
The demo
this.
will allow Firstkiller
Knowing
to play a
that
bit of
NA
offense.
lost
He thinks he's gonna
again.
catch Diaz moving out upfield, maybe booming over the top of him, but Diaz recognizes that, recovers, makes the save. And now we're back to Diaz on offense sequence. It's one we see before, and back corner Barry is here halfway through as Diaz goes to his own back wall. Firstkiller, I can't see on his POV probably because he's underneath him as Diaz goes stealing height, has a reset, flips back to the ball.
Nice,
no
come on.
touch, and Firstkiller makes the save.
For once,
gotta
Diaz
get a goal
does
here
not make
first.
contact at the end of his patented sequence.
What the
He
fuck?
dodges, gets one extra touch, and then the flip reset. If you're training air dribble,
How are we giving up a goal there?
doesn't make it easy, but he's making this look easy. 5-2. Diaz with a simple flick follows through to pit maneuver Firstkiller, who looks just lost in the pitch right now and completely out
Oh
of
my
ideas.
god, I'm like
Diaz is
tilted,
making
bro,
so
for
many
him.
plays
I mean,
happen on zero
he has the
bases.
possession,
Like
he just doesn't get the
a
best
big
startup,
disadvantage.
and then
He's
Diaz
so
plays
quick
it
at
close,
all. He
flicks
knows
it, lands
when
his
to use
car
flips
into a bump,
to make
fish
something
hooks
happen.
first, goal.
As this kickoff is going to go to his back wall, and he is going to play off the stealing. His ability to turn everything into a perfect air dribble flip underneath this one. He's got it. It's left side of the net. It's perfection.
Yo,
from
if you're
Diaz.
watching on the YouTube, let me know in the comments below. Does Diaz have a chance against NWPO? Would Daniel have shit on Diaz if he actually tried and played in this tournament? Let me know below in the comments.
You're never safe when you're up against Diaz.
Just let me know.
6-2, 6
Let me know.
goals unanswered. Diaz looks like he's going to be NA's representative in rally. He's going to be waving the Brazilian flag, and maybe if he wants to farm some more
Go!
points, he'll bring a
Go!
USA flag as well.
Firstkiller gets one. Diaz tried to walk it in on a fake
I
flick.
will say,
Gets
Diaz
back over
is
the
so
top.
good at
Firstkiller
ones,
is
man.
Throwing his camera
It is
around on that
actually
kickoff.
insane.
He's feeling the frustration, but not so much.
It is the inevitable.
That's in
He
an
gets
easy
to the
goal.
finals
He's
every
ready to go
once
again
tournament
here
and wins.
with tons of time. Again, it's the context really so far of how the series has been going that makes it feel like
Yo,
Diaz is
mods,
locked in.
untimeout Scribbles.
This is
He's bitching to
definitely
me.
a retrievable deficit as Firstkiller passed to himself off the back wall. He's got a reset of his own. Diaz makes the save into the crossbar and should have the counter.
What a save by Diaz. Haven't had to watch him play much defense in this grand final. But when he does, he's world class at that end of the pitch also. He's attempted to unite the regions. How do you beat the French?
Scribbles, welcome back. What happened?
Can Brazil and North America combine? Diaz is
Why'd you get timed out? Let me look.
When he came over, he was not the best in North America. He was good, but he wasn't the best.
You're
But after
spamming
a year,
Vamos
playing
Diaz
against
in
players
all
like
caps.
Levy, Firstkiller, Daniel, Chronic, AJ, the list goes on. He now looks unstoppable. And he's showing the world.
No! First call, GG's! No!
By Diaz and out of the game. GG's. Congratulations, says Firstkiller. I think it makes sense that we go out with Diaz.
And
a full
Diaz
dribble.
will be representing
Diaz has done it.
NA
I believe it. It's domination. He
versus
breaks the
NWPO.
cycle of game
Winner of that will
sevens
take
in all of these
on
grand
Moxie,
finals,
who
and
took
does
down
it in
Yan at the last. Oh,
spectacular
shit.
fashion.
Wow.
Diaz is dominant. There was going to need to be a good answer to fight against the likes of NWPO and or Moxie. If you wanted to
Hey,
get
man.
NWPO.
Hey,
And
congratulations,
Diaz
man.
is
He will be
definitely
representing NA.
Yeah.
I will now be rooting for
if
him
if you're a
against
Firstkiller
NWPO.
fan, if you're a USA, North America.